way that Farm On evolved is a pretty cool story. You know, it started as these 6 young farmers who got together and said, we want to make a difference, we want to help more young people to farm. And they set out on a mission to do that, not really knowing how and not really knowing the answers as to what was going to be. Farm On was extremely passionate about going out and creating a movement that allowed farmers to take it on as their own and essentially go out and share real stories from farmers around ag, stories that showed their passion, their uniqueness, and ultimately a lot of their challenges too.
As an agricultural student at an ag college, you really get a first-hand feel for what it's like being a young person trying to break in. Everyone around you is there working on expanding their knowledge of the industry, working on expanding their knowledge of production cycles and the business side, and really trying to get a feel for how they can get more involved in the industry. So I, as well as my class, was really excited when Farm Voices, the video, came to our campus. There was about 10 of us that were privileged to be a part of producing that video. We helped right from the start of it, through the shooting, even had some feedback into the post-production of the video. It's really inspiring what Farm On is doing. The Farm Voices video is a great example of getting right out in the community, working with farmers to spread the knowledge about the industry, spread it not just to farmers but into the cities, into people that might not have as much experience or as much background with agriculture.
My name is Shane Horn and I operate Tangle Ridge Ranch with my wife Vicki. We are a first-generation farm and we raise Katahdin and Dorper hair sheep and Longhorn cattle. And we direct market all our beef to individual customers and restaurants in Edmonton and Calgary.
Careful, bud. On your bum.
Being able to allocate enough time towards business development and not just production, I guess, can be quite challenging when you're trying to, run after 2 little kids all the time. So when you're looking for ways to enhance or work on your business or find ways to improve, you want to be able to do things that don't, that are quick and that you have access to, quite easily. As part of Farm On, we found the resources on the website to be extremely helpful, especially when you're time-strapped. So, before you go to bed, you can watch a couple of videos and, make some notes on some of the management issues or some of the business principles that the resources are teaching you, which makes it quite easy as opposed to having to drive in to have a meeting with a business advisor or make time to take a business course. Sometimes it's nice to be able to sit down and take the video snippets that you need to help you work on your business.
The impact and success that Farm On is having is hard to claim as our own, because the success of Farm On is our ability to listen. We had to step back and take a moment to say, what have we learned from the community and what do we have to let go of, and then what do we build on that to make it better. And essentially what you see on Farm On now has been a product of that. It's been listening to people and building what they're asking for and really taking that feedback to heart to say, how can we improve what we do?
2 years ago, Vicki and I were finalists on Farm On's Perfect Pitch competition. What it did is it really made you put your business under a microscope, and the industry contacts that you gain from Farm On, you have access to a lot of information.
It was a really good experience to get me thinking more about my business plan, more about kind of concrete ways to vocalize what it is that my business does, so that when I'm talking to customers, I'm a little more succinct about it. It was just the idea of these young people coming together all with agricultural ideas and then using each other as kind of springboards to put their ideas out there and see if they can sharpen it up. It was maybe a time for me when I first started thinking of my farm as more of a business as opposed to just a farm. And I think that's what all these young people who are in this movement right now really need, is to start thinking not how can we kind of just continue on this old farm tradition, but how can we start melding that with new innovative business ideas to create really successful long-term ventures.
We began to see Farm On evolve. It's not only a platform to share content and ideas and education, but ultimately to connect the industry, providing an environment that allows you to have those conversations that will move the industry forward and allow us to maybe recreate what agriculture looks like in the next 30 years.